And another thing to comment too is that while you're still in school, while involved in the program, whether you start in your sophomore, junior, or senior year, the time that you're actually in the collegiate program also gets added to your
time of service.
Time of service. Thank you. Yes, the time of service. So your 3 years, if you start as a sophomore, those 3 years are essentially kind of those are free years that get to add towards your retirement.
So everybody understands this. Time of service equates to how much money you make. Those 3 years means the second you put on JG, you go JG over 4. And JG over 4, so I was JG over 2, you double your paycheck. So if you just look at the pay scale, you're a sophomore right now, I would even say for a junior or a senior, it's still going to be applicable. Because when you make JG, you're going to go over 2, and you're going to double your paycheck, man. It was the biggest jump I'd ever seen. I went from $700 to like $1,600 a paycheck. I was like, oh my gosh. And then the year later, I went over JG with 4, and it went up again. So in the course of like a year's time span, I went from $700 a paycheck. I had some stuff coming out, and this was 25 years ago. I had some stuff coming out, but I went from $27,700 a paycheck to $2,500 a paycheck, literally in the span of 2 years. So the numbers are real.
Absolutely. And for those highly motivated individuals who actually want to make it a career, because there are people out there who, want to join the military, they want to do their full 20, or they want to go and do 30. Those years in the collegiate program also count towards that as well. So your retirement, where all your shipmates are going out for a full 20 years within service, you may only have to do 17, and then you hit retirement to where you're able to get out and start banking on that retirement money.
What is the actual name of this program?
This is it's called NUPOC for short, Nuclear Power Officer Candidate Program.
Okay.
Yep. And it's a lot of information is out there. I always tell people, get on the Navy websites, do some research. Engineers and STEM students alike like to do their research. So there's no shortage there. But also, I urge people to go out and, make some contacts, find people who've actually done this, learn about the good, bad, and the ugly with the situation, because when it all comes down to it, it is a job. There are some good things about it. There are some bad things about it. And then there are things that are, could really excite you. And there are things that could scare people away. It's a tough job.
It's hard. Let's not call it a tough job. It's one of the hardest jobs in the Navy to be a nuclear power engineer. It's the second hardest school in the Navy, or the first hardest school, however you look at it academically, behind the EOD Tech School. It's 18 months of heavy duty lift in thermodynamics, nuclear physics, reactor physics, like all of that stuff is legit, grade A, high level, elite math, elite physics, massive brain power capacity needed.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, you also have to deal with ship life as well.
Absolutely. That submarine is no joke. I spent 4 days on a submarine. You could keep that, man. You could keep that all day. But like my dudes that are on submarines right now, like 6 or 7 of my young guys are on submarines. They love it. They love the submarine. So, it's just one of those deals. It's for some people. I think if you're a person and you got financial problems and you're trying to figure out how to get through college, like this might be the best program in the history of mankind to give you, because even at the Naval Academy, you don't get those 4 years time in service. Mm-hmm. So, that's huge. Let me